Mr. Novak, two activities in Kosovo, FIBA Under 14 Get Together program. First, I would like to talk about that, the importance of this program and handling it in Kosovo.
Okay, so let's start with the under 14. Under 14 is a category where we as FIBA Europe supporting youth development in all 50 countries, in all 50 member federations. And this is also financially support. So the Get Together is a tool for the federations at first to exchange what they are doing. You don't have to always somehow discover something new. So for the federation, this is the opportunity to see what the others are doing, what kind of activities, what kind of events they are having, players recruiting, etc. And of course, we want to present the best examples or good examples for the others. As I said, our investment, all our financial investment is going into this age category. We don't feel that we should support federations with players who are already playing on the youth national teams. So this is one of the major pillars of the financial support of FIBA towards the national federations, and that's why this event, annual event, has an importance for us, but more even for the member federations to see what the others are doing, what direction they are going. Obviously, we have the big federations here, but also the small ones, and everybody is doing something. And it's good to see what the others are doing, and maybe I don't want to say copy paste, but maybe get some inspiration of what can be done in the future in this field. I don't want to call it mini basketball because it's not really mini basketball. For that we have another event called mini basketball convention. So the get together is more as the youth activities for everything which is below the age of 14.
The importance of these programs, investing in future, the youth, the future of basketball. We know that in the last 2 decades, we had an incline in Europe, but lately, especially in the last decade, you invested a lot in the youth programs. It was a big problem. We saw it. How did you manage to solve this problem?
I think what we still underestimate a little bit, or we were not, we didn't face the consequences, is the COVID period. It is clear that we lost maybe one generation of young players. Those who were in these 2.5 years of COVID, who were at the age of 14, 15, 16, this is the most important age for the development. And we will get the bill. We mean the European basketball community will get the bill for that actually in the upcoming years. By the way, this was one of the discussions we had already this summer, where some coaches said, "Oh, you see, don't wonder these kids were already affected by COVID." That's why the development is maybe not like this. I have to say that after COVID, we have a positive development in most of the countries where players want to play. There are even in some countries waiting lists because the clubs, federation clubs, cannot accommodate the players because not having facility, not having coaches. So there is a positive momentum. This was also one of the points in the COVID time we discussed how to support our federations in the best way. I still believe that the impact will be there. We will see it very soon, fortunately, and the measures of the last year of the post-COVID years are actually, in my opinion, very, very good, and we have a positive signs from many federations saying that they are back on track and maybe even better than before. But it was certainly not only for basketball, generally for sports and for the society. The COVID time was challenging, and there will be some effect. We have to deal with this, but generally speaking, I think the last 10 years we see it also on the number of national teams, youth national teams participating in the competitions. We are more or less at the limit. We could have 2, 3, maybe 4 teams more, but we are quite at the limit. Don't forget that we still have Russia and Belarus not playing, so we are at the upper limit. So we achieved what we wanted to achieve. And this is, by the way, also where we financially support our federations. They get a certain amount of money if they play with the youth national teams. And if we see the development and the level of European basketball, and here I would include even the Europeans playing in the NBA, maybe these investments of the last 15 years is also or helped or was part of this growth of the quality of European players. Maybe you never know how this to be measured, but I believe that there is also some part of this, because don't forget, every young player in Europe, in every country, has a stage to play in the category under 16, under 18, under 20, as I said, A, B, and C division. Nobody does it. No other international federation does it, and this is where we also invest a lot of our revenues.
And that's very important. And last but not least important, the revolution of technology, AI, and using of mobile phones. How can we inspire the youth to play more basketball? Not only basketball sports, but we're talking basketball. That's a huge problem. How do you tackle this problem?
So this is also something we discussed quite deeply, and we have to be, I would say, realistic. The young kids, not in a better or worse way, they are different than we were when we were young. It's a normal evolution. And of course, today's life without the modern technology, and I'm not talking only social media, more the cell phones, computers, etc., it's very difficult to imagine. And the young kids, they grew up, they were born, and the cell phones are already there. So what we did as a part of was our new project, which is called Hoops for Schools, where we have an app, and we want the kids to show, okay, you can use your cell phone, and this is a part of playing also basketball. So what we try is we try to get the kids, let them play basketball, but still somehow include in all these the modern technology, the cell phones. With the app, we have a nice app. We have it in all languages. Here again, the artificial intelligence helped. So it's now translation it became a zero problem actually. So, and this is also for us, like for all other let's say works or professions we need to learn how to use efficiently this artificial intelligence and whatsoever is or will be there in order to get better and to make our sport, I don't want to call it product, but our sport even more attractive to the young kids. Just here is the ball and play basketball. I don't think it works anymore. The young generation, they want to also be, they also have the modern technologies being involved. So this is what we are trying. By the way, we are in close exchange with other international federations, especially with the volleyball and handball. These are the closest, but also UEFA and rugby. We are part of the so-called European Team Sports Association. We will meet again in November to exchange. So we try to be modern organization, not just say here is the two baskets you play 5-on-5 or 3x3, of course now, but we want to put the new aspects into the game. Still, keep the game what it is, but the game itself is it would not work anymore.
Exactly. So we need to make them as a tool, and the tool should be in our hands, and we should not be the slave of the tool, actually.
This is this, and again, we have to achieve that they want and go and sweat this hour or 2 hours on the floor. How we combine it with the other aspects, this is on us, make it attractive. But at the end of the day, the game remains the same. You have to go, you have to compete, you have to be motivated, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You have to also learn how to. So here, nothing has changed. There are just new aspects which we need to and we must take in consideration. Otherwise, we will be on the losing side.
Thank you.